Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Hey, check. Mike 50. He's good. Check 50.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot and trying to get it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Rodney Anderson with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Switch. Check. Here we go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd and 7.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, hold. Joker. Watch the twin.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back to throw, Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Darnold. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This is Howard on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. It's Logan. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
61, match box, the lights. Watch out. He'll kill. Check nine.
Fitzpatrick to throw for it on fourth down. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lady. Topper. 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Let's go. Hey, lady. Switch gears. Hey, Charlie. Mike, 53, Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Check, 50.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Looking deep for Hilton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
On
3rd and long, it's Allen. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DK Metcalf, 82 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Logan. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Let's go, D. Rush in. Hey, alert 3. Clock.
On 2nd down now, it's Logan. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Darnold. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, that's caught by Howard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Completes it to Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range.
And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he finds Howard complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably...
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play that time for the Colts. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. First down, a run with Cohen. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Darnold on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. Got his target, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And an alley to run. The 40, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 5 now. Allen flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Donald, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. To try again after the sack. Darnold gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Darnold to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw is Darnold. Open man is Samuel, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They try again with Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Allen. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And they work this out past the 25.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A very solid gain of 27. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On the delay, it's Howard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Mike, 53. Red 80.
On second and 11 now. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Jaguars on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just...
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, 19! I got one.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. One last throw now for Darnold. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's got this down to the 35. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Indianapolis, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.